Chris is just practicing beveling. Oh, I see. Beveling some scraps to see how well this is going to work before doing those. So this is kind of what I was talking about. That way, if it shrinks a bit, and it will, that's just the nature of wood, it'll overlap enough that there won't be giant peek holes into the bathroom door. Rusty, people are trying to work over here. Decided on, or Chris decided on, he's got all of these pieces beveled on the table saw. He's got the measurements figured out, so he's going to glue these and screw them to the 2x4 that they're just laying on, because then when he's going to clamp them so it dries nice and flat and straight, and then he can remove these screws, because it'll be screwed to the 2x4s, we don't want it on there. Remove the screws and then they'll be covered up by the slats that go on afterwards. This is basically just to get this all glued and screwed and stabilized, because we don't have as much meat to work with. So as far as nailing, screwing, biscuits and all that kind of stuff. So again, another experiment. Do that? Holy moly, I thought you said not to get too much on. Want me to put it on the next one? Which one's the next one?
Let's put it on here.
Get some of the excess off here?
Get it on the whole surface though.
Okay. I guess you'll sand it off?
I might even sand it while it's still screwed down.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
Watch. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that one will run a little more off there. Square on the end, see how we're doing. On there. Yeah, over there. You good?
Yeah. That one's a little, this one needs to come this way. The 16 there.
I might have to trim the height, I'm not sure. So when you bevel them, you lose some, eh?
Yeah.
I'll just set this one on. See the length here.
Well, you can see from up here that looks pretty good. So we're going to let it dry with it screwed in place. And then I think we can go ahead and measure and cut the slats while it's laying there. It just happens to be 80 inches, which is what we need, so that's awesome with this piece at the top that was ripped to fit. But first it's time for a coffee break. It's 35 on this thermometer in the sun, and I think I'll go water the seeds out in the greenhouse too. Time to sit in the sun and have a cold drink. Chris wants to do a dugout here where the water always lays. It's going to leave that old tree there because we get bluebirds. But there's also, right down there, there's a woodpecker right now. He's sort of going around the other side, but he was right on the side. I was wondering what the noise was. And I looked over and it's a little woodpecker. Well, Rusty and the girls are going and picking some bugs, foraging. Just put some salve on Rusty's neck again. So we've decided we're gonna go and pull some of the stuff out of the garden. Just thought I'd mention again, you can see the grain in the wood, how it's going this way, and then this way, and then down, up, down, oops, down, up, down. So there, he's reversed them, every other one. Good idea to do that. So we're gonna try and clean some of this stuff out. Chris has taken the wire out that he strung along here, and we're gonna try doing something else because this just isn't, it just wasn't enough to support the stuff. That's just those 3 posts and this one for Chris to get out. That's the best part of it done, for sure. Wouldn't have thought chickens would like garlic so much, and onion. Yeah, chickens. So Chris has got the push broom and we're basically going to try to sweep everything this way because we'll start rolling up the ground cloth this way. I think we've got almost everything pulled out of the ground. Then we'll just leave this stuff right here and then Chris will till it back in. Because of the noise. So I think we'll just herd them out and then. Okay, buddy. Go on. It's okay. It's okay. Go on. You go.
Come on, Rusty. Come on, Rusty. Come on. Come on, Rusty.
Go that way.
Come on.
Go on. It's okay. It's okay.
Come on, Rusty. Over here. Come on, Rusty. Come on, girl.
Come on, Rusty. Out, no, this way, buddy.
Come on, girl. Come on,
He does not like that
Come on, girl.
leaf blower.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, he didn't want to walk past it. Oh, that's funny. There you go. Go find your girls.
Come on, Rusty.
No, go that way. Go find. Start rolling it up from that side, the tomato side, south side of the garden, because we overlapped it that way. We started on this side, and we ended on that side, so. The wind's picking up, so I don't know, we'll try another one, but might have to wait. At least we got the worst part done, I think, getting all the plants and everything out of here. There, now we're ready to do the next 2 rows. Once we get these 2 rows done, once we get these 2 rows rolled up, we can throw all that stuff into the middle. And then what we're going to do next is clean up all this stuff by the compost. We're going to rake it, just get the big snow shovel and throw it right into the garden here so Chris can compost it into. If you watched the video last year before he tilled this, the soil was so much better because he basically just picked a spot of grass and tilled the grass the first year. So it was pretty weedy and grassy and clover, and really hard job weeding it. And then we got all that rain. So This stuff was a lifesaver, and I think when we get all this good stuff from this year, all the compost, the chicken stuff. Now you can see how nice this looks, just with Chris having cut the slots, or sorry, slats, to go on top, and then of course we'll do the same thing on the other side, and then he's just got to figure out the angles again like we did at the other place to cut these, and they were really funny angles, and then of course the other piece will go there, and then we reversed it on the other side. But I think this looks great already. And then, like I said, because I want to use that privacy knob, we'll have another thickness of this, and then, so it'll be the 3 thicknesses, and the doorknob will actually, the privacy knob will fit on this door. Once it's all planed, to take out these high spots and sanded really nicely, and Chris is going to sand the really sharp edges so they're smooth, a little rounded. That's going to look really good. A couple of the girls are bathing. What, did I look at your girls the wrong way? You can see his neck, how raw it is on the left side there. I put salve on it 2 days in a row here now. We have to catch him. Chris holds him and I put the salve on him. It's absolutely raw, and I think the girls pick at it. Don't know what it is. We thought it was just him molting at first, but now it's really raw looking. I have a miracle cream that I used on my chin after being misdiagnosed by every doctor in the county a couple of years back. And Rita used it on her kitty that had a terrible wound on its neck. It just seems to work for absolutely everything. Some of the girls are out there now in the potato patch again. Chris tilled the potato patch, so we're just trying to hunt for some straw now, to add another layer of straw. And we'll be all set for putting the potatoes down this year. Love this time of day. No wind. Like I mentioned before, this is the area of the yard that I smoothed out and seeded because I wanted it nice and flat here. Crazy little chickens. Should get a tractor tire and put it there. It'd look tidier. Just fill it full of dirt for them. Crazy chickens. Chris has turned the heat light off, and here again you can see they all go to sleep. We came out here earlier and this cardboard was folded down like this, and there was a guy on top of the water feeder, and he looked like he was going to try and jump out, because like I said, this one's much lower, so we're having to keep this cardboard folded over this way because they're going to get big enough to start jumping out of there pretty quick. We've decided on Ruby for this little girl, and we also moved her from that. There was a broken egg in there again. This is the absolute favorite box. 8 out of 10 eggs I think gets laid in this box every day. So we put some fresh shavings in there because it seems like they're getting a taste for poking the eggs, or maybe they're stepping on them, I'm not sure. So we moved her over to this one because this one just never gets used for some reason. So we're hoping if we leave her in here, they won't bother her, and we are going to call her Ruby. 3 people have voted for the name Ruby, and when I touch her all along her wing here, it's solid like a wall. She's got the eggs all tucked in there. Yes. And if I put my hand over on the other wing, she's got the other wing exactly the same way, all with solid lineup of eggs. So a couple got broken in there today, so we're down to 10 under her now. So we're really hoping that if nobody bothers her in this box, yes, and it's a beautiful warm day today anyway, isn't it? So we're hoping if she leaves to go eat and poop and everything and get water, because this box they don't like anyway, they will not come and sit on the eggs while she's gone. So she'll just go do her thing, come right back. And yes, and you're such a sweet girl. Like, she doesn't even get mad at us when we put our hands under her or anything, and a lot of chickens do. So, this is day 4, I think. Yes, you're such a sweet girl, and I thought it was going to be Betty doing this, but Betty's not doing it. No. And we didn't know what to call you, so I asked some friends online, and it's going to be Ruby. Yeah, that's a nice name, isn't it? That's a nice name for a sweet girl. Okay, I'll leave you alone now. She just does that little chirping, purring thing all the time. So maybe tomorrow we'll get this mess raked up. We're just gonna use the snow shovel and just toss it right into the garden. That's kind of why we put the garden close to the compost and everything here. So might get that done tomorrow, hopefully.